Hello everyone, welcome to Craftsy. I hope you're all well and having a good day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this rabbit and the carrot granny square blanket with this beautiful and delicate border. So this blanket measures 31 by 31 inches and I've taken double knit yarn in light blue, white and orange and a bit of a green as well. And I've taken a hook size of 5 mm and also a hook size of 4.5 mm. So gather your supplies and let's get started. Let's make the plain square first without the rabbit, like this one. We can make the square with a magic ring, or if you don't like a magic ring, that's also fine. We can do it without a magic ring. So let me show you how to do it without the magic ring first. So we're going to make a slip knot and we're going to chain 4. And now we're going to insert the hook into this first chain that we made just by the slip knot and grab the yarn and slip stitch. And now this creates a circle here in the center, so we can work in the center of the circle. So now let's do it with the magic ring. Now for the magic ring, I'm going to wrap around this yarn over my finger like so, creating an X shape, and insert the hook in here and grab it. Now we're going to chain 3, which will be our first double crochet, and then we're going to add 2 more chains to it, which is going to create a corner. So by corner I mean this one here. These are the corners. Now we're going to make 3 more double crochets into this magic ring. So yarn over, insert the hook into the magic ring and make double crochets. That's 2 and 1 more. That's 3. Now we need to create a corner again. So for that we're going to chain 2. So we have created 2 corners now, this one and this one here. We need to create 4 in total. So yarn over and make 3 double crochets back again into the magic ring. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets again into the magic ring. Again chain 2 for the corner. Now we've created 3 corners, 1, 2 and 3. So it's slowly forming a square shape now. So we already have 1 double crochet here. Now we're going to make 2 more. So yarn over, insert the hook and make 2 double crochets in there. Now pull this tail a bit tighter so that the magic ring closes. Now you can see that it's formed a square shape. Now we're going to insert the hook into this 3rd chain like so and grab the yarn and slip stitch. So that is the square. So that is our round 1 complete. So we have 12 double crochets in here, 3, 3, 3 and 3. 3 times 4 is 12, so we have 12 double crochets. Now for the round 2, I'm going to insert the hook into this corner grab the yarn and slip stitch so that the working stitch comes exactly into the corner here. So now for the round 2 we're going to chain 3. So this is our first double crochet, and we're going to make a corner as well. So that's 1 and 2. So that's a total of 5 chains, and yarn over and insert the hook back into the corner and make double crochet. Place one more double crochet into the same corner, and we're going to place one double crochet on top of these 3 double crochets from the previous row. So you can see that this stitch is a little bit hidden, so just try and push these double crochets that we just made aside so that you can see this stitch very well. So we're going to make double crochets in the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. So on top of these 3 double crochets we have made 3 double crochets. Now again into this corner we are going to place 2 double crochets. And we're going to create a corner now. So make 2 chains and place 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. So now again on top of these 3 double crochets we are going to place double crochets. Just try and push this double crochets aside so that you can see this first stitch. Make 1 double crochet that is on top of this double crochet. Double crochet in the next 2 stitches as well. Now into this corner goes 2 double crochets. And for the corner we're going to place 2 chains and now make 2 more double crochets back again into the same corner. Now push these stitches aside so that you can see this stitch. Now make 1 double crochet on top of that stitch and into the next 2 stitches make 1 double crochet each. And into this corner make 2 double crochets. Chain 2 to make a corner and again place 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. Now we're going to push these double crochets aside so that we can see this stitch. Make 1 double crochet on top of these 3 double crochets from the previous row. Now in every corner we place 2 double crochets, 2 chains and 2 double crochets. So here we have this chain 3 that we made in the beginning, which we counted as a double crochet, and we made it 2 chains and 2 double crochets. So we need 1 more double crochet in here. So we're going to make 1 double crochet in there in this corner, which completes the cycle. Again there are 3 chains here, 1 2 3. Into this 3rd chain we're going to insert the hook, grab the yarn and slip stitch. So that is our round 2 complete. Now on each side of the square you should have 7 double crochets. So 7 double crochets on this side, this side, this side and this side. So for every round we're going to increase the double crochets. So now we have 7 here. On the next one we will have 7 plus 2 in this corner and 2 in this corner. So that is 7 plus 4 would be 11. So in the next round we will have 11 double crochets. Again, now for the round 3 we're going to insert the hook back into this corner, grab the yarn and slip stitch to bring the working stitch exactly in the corner here, and chain 3, which is considered as a double crochet, and to make a corner we're going to place 2 more chains. That creates a corner. Now make 2 double crochets back into this corner again, and do not forget this stitch here, which is always hidden. Make 1 double crochet on top of each of these double crochets from the previous row. Now we've reached the corner. Into this corner goes 2 double crochet, two chains and 2 double crochet back again into the same corner. So we have created this one side now, and similarly we're going to carry on creating the 3 other sides as well. So let's go ahead and complete this, and let's meet back at the end here. Okay, I'm almost at the end here now, so just one stitch left here to make 1 double crochet on that stitch. Now we're going to place 1 double crochet into this corner to complete the side, like so, and we're going to count 3 here, 1 2 3. Into this third chain we're going to insert the hook, grab the yarn and slip stitch. So that is our round 3 complete. Now each side should have 11 double crochets. Now again we're going to insert the hook back into this corner, grab the yarn and slip stitch to bring the working stitch exactly in the center of this corner here. For the round 4 we're going to again repeat the same thing. So make 3 chains, which is considered as a double crochet, add 2 more to it to create a corner, and now we're going to insert the hook into this corner and make 2 double crochets. Now we're going to place 1 double crochet on top of each of this double crochet from the previous row, and in the corner again we're going to place 2 double crochets, 2 chains and 2 double crochets. So let's go ahead and complete this round 4, and I shall meet you at the end here. Okay, I'm almost at the end now, just 1 stitch left here. I'm going to make 1 double crochet in there, and we need to complete this cycle of making 2 double crochets in this corner. So I'm going to make 1 double, we already have this double crochet, so we're going to make 1 more double crochet in that corner, and we're going to insert the hook into this third chain of this chain 3 that we made in the beginning and slip stitch. So that is our round 4 complete. Now each side should have 15 double crochets on round 4. I hope you get the idea. of making these rounds. So we have made 1 2 3 4 rounds so far. We need to make 6 in total. Now for the round 5 again, we're going to insert the hook into this corner and grab the yarn and slip stitch to bring this in the center of this corner, and we're going to start the next round. That's round 5. We're going to chain 3, which is our double crochet, and add 2 more chains to it to create a corner. And now we're going to make double crochet, 2 double crochet into this corner, and we're going to make 1 double crochet on top of each of these double crochets from the previous row. Do not forget this stitch, this first stitch. And once you reach the corner, we're going to place 2 double crochets into the corner and 2 chains and 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. And that has created a new corner here. And this time we should have 19 double crochets on each side. So let's go ahead and complete the other 3 sides, and let's meet back at the end here. Okay, I'm almost at the end of round 5, making 1 double crochet in the last stitch, and I'm going to make 1 double crochet into this corner so that we have 2 double crochets all together in this corner. Now I'm going to again insert the hook into this third chain, 1 2 3, and slip stitch. So that is our round 5 complete. As I said before, we need to have 19 double crochets on each side. Now for the round 6, so this is our final round. So we're going to again insert the hook back into this corner, grab the yarn and slip stitch, and make our 3 chains, which is considered as a double crochet, and add 2 more chains to it to make a corner. Place 2 double crochets back into this corner, and we're going to place 1 double crochet on top of each of this. Do not forget this stitch. Just push these double crochets aside so that you can see this stitch. And make 1 double crochet into each of these stitches. And we have reached the corner, and into this corner we're going to place 2 double crochets and 2 chains to create the new corner, and 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. So that is our one side complete of round 6. So similarly we're going to make the other 3 sides as well. So for the round 6 we need to have 23 double crochets on each side. So let's go ahead and complete the other 3 sides and meet back again here at the end. Okay, I'm at the end of the round 6, making double crochet into the last stitch. Now we have got one more double crochet to work into this corner. So that is our last double crochet, and we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3. So 1 2 3 into this third stitch. We're going to insert the hook, grab the yarn and slip stitch. So that is our round 6 complete, and as I said, we should have 23 double crochets on each side. So that is end of this square. Now we're going to snip this yarn off here, and we're going to pull this through. So if you like, you can make a knot, and we're going to weave this in here at the back. So let's take a darning needle and needle this in and weave in the end. So go back and forth. And snip off this extra bit. And there is our square ready. Let's measure this. So this is 18 centimeter wide. So that is 7 inches. And again 18 centimeter in height as well. So that's 7 inches. So 7 by 7 inches or 18 by 18 centimeter. For the carrot, we're going to take the orange color yarn. We also need some green color yarn for the leaves and a hook size of 4.5 mm. So we're going to make a slip knot. And make 3 chains, 1 2 and 3. Now into this second chain we're going to make single crochet. So the chain on the hook counts as nothing. This is 1 2. So starting from this second chain, let's make single crochet. So I'm just going to bring this tail along and making single crochets so that I don't have to weave them at the end, but you can leave it as it is and weave them later if you like. Okay, so we've made 2 single crochets, so that's the round 1 complete. Now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. Now for the round 2 we are again going to do the same thing. So basically we're going to place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches. So I'm going to insert the hook into this first stitch. If you look at it from the top, it's the second chain. So insert the hook into this first stitch, make 1 single crochet, and into the next make 1 single crochet as well. So that is the round 2 complete. Now for the round 3 we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now this time we're going to make a single crochet increase. So that means we're going to place 2 single crochet into each one of the stitches. So again, starting from the first stitch, if you look at it from the top, it's the second chain. So insert the hook and make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. And into the next stitch, place 2 single crochets as well. So that is our round 3 complete. Now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. So round 4, 5 and 6 are going to be the same. So basically we're going to place 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches. So insert the hook into this first stitch, make 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet. So that is our 4th round complete. Now 4th round will have the same number of stitches as round 3. So that is 4 single crochets. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. Again rows 5 and 6 is same as round 4. So just place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches. So again we will have 4 single crochets, chain 1, turn your work and place 1 single crochet each. So that is the round 6 complete. Again we'll have 4 single crochets, chain 1, turn your work. Now for the round 7 we're going to make an increase in only first and the last stitch. So insert the hook into this first stitch, make 2 single crochets, into the next stitch place 1 single crochet, and into the next 1 single crochet. Into the last stitch we're going to make an increase, so we're going to place 2 single crochets in there. So now if you count your stitches, you should have 6 stitches in total. So that is the round 7 complete. Now we're going to chain 1, turn our work. For the round 8, 9 and 10 we're going to make 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches. So insert the hook into this first stitch, make 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, and keep making single crochets into each one of these stitches. So we will have the same number of stitches as the previous row, so that is we'll have 6 single crochets. Now for the round 9, chain 1, turn your work, make 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches. Again we should have 6 single crochets. Now for the round 10, chain 1, turn your work and place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches starting from the first stitch. Again we should have 6 single crochets. For the round 11 we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and again we're going to make an increase in the first and the last stitch. So insert the hook into this first stitch, place 2 single crochets in there, and into the next stitch goes 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, and into this last stitch we're going to place 2 single crochets. So now you should have 8 single crochets. Now chain 1, turn your work. Now for the round 12 it will be a normal single crochet row, so we're going to place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches. So again we should have 8 single crochets, chain 1, turn your work. For the round 13 we're just going to place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches starting from the first stitch. So again we should have 8 single crochets. Now for the round 14 we're going to chain 1, turn our work. This time we're going to decrease in the first 2 and the last 2 stitches. So we're going to insert the hook into this first stitch. If you look at it from the top, it's the second chain. Insert the hook into this first stitch, grab the yarn, do not do anything yet. Insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn. There are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So that is a decrease. So now we're going to insert the hook into this next stitch and make 1 single crochet and keep making single crochets into each one of these stitches. And in the last 2 stitches we are going to make a decrease. So insert the hook, grab the yarn, insert the hook into this next stitch, that is the last stitch here, and grab the yarn, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Chain 1, turn your work around, and this is the row 15. Now for the row 15 we are going to place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches starting from the first stitch. So 1 single crochet, so this time we should have 6 stitches because we have decreased on both the sides. Now for the round 15 we're going to chain 1, turn our work and place 1 single crochet into each one of these stitches all the way until the end, starting from the first stitch. Again, if you look at it from the top, it's the second chain. So insert the hook into this first stitch and make single crochet and keep making single crochets until the end. And that is the end of the carrot. So by the end of round 15 you should have 6 single crochets. So now I'm going to snip this yarn off, leaving a nice long tail so that I can use this tail for sewing in the carrot onto the granny square. Leave about 20 to 25 centimeter yarn and snip off the yarn here. And I'm just going to chain 1 and pull this through. So that's the carrot done. Now let's make the leaves. Now for the carrot leaves we're going to take the green color yarn, and I didn't had the DK yarn, I had the 4-ply yarn, so I've taken this and I've doubled this up. So like this, I've taken 2 strands, but you don't have to do this if you have a normal DK yarn. And let's make a slip knot with this and place this on the hook. Now we're going to take the carrot and turn our work and into this second stitch, this is 1 and this is 2, I'm going to insert the hook and I'm going to make a slip stitch. Make a slip stitch here so that we can attach this green color yarn. Okay, so I've attached this now. Now I'm going to make 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to bring this hook back to this one here. So into this next stitch, insert the hook in there and make a slip stitch. Now from this slip stitch again, I'm going to make 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to bring this hook into this next stitch, insert the hook in there and make a slip stitch. Now again make chain of 8. bring back this hook to this next stitch and insert the hook in there and make a slip stitch. Now chain one and you can snip off the yarn and pull this through. So that is the carrot ready. So you can either snip this yarn off or weave in the ends, up to you. So the carrot is now ready. So let's see how to attach this carrot onto the granny square. So we're going to take this tail and a darning needle and thread this in. Now let's take the granny square and place this in here. So you can place it whichever way you like. And we're going to sew this in from starting from where the tail is. The tail is this side. So I'm going to place this in the center like so and hold this, and again I'm going to sew this from behind here underneath this one so that the orange color yarn is not visible. So I'm going to place the needle on the blue bit and gradually onto the carrot here, just at the border, and pull this through. Now from top to bottom, again from bottom to top, now again top to bottom, so similarly we're going to go in round, so from here all the way until here. So let's do that. Now when we come to the bottom, so at the top here I'm just working in between these single crochets. Okay, so that's all done. So if you look at the back, so there's no orange color yarn, it's just on the surface level I've sewn this. Now we can make a little knot in here, so make a little loop and pass this needle through that loop, and we're just going to make a little knot in here. And now all I'm going to do is just weave in these tail along the sides. So when weaving in, I'm not taking it through the blue color yarn, it's just the orange color just at the edges like this. Now I'm going to make a little knot again and snip off the extra yarn. So I'm going to make 2 knots and we can snip this yarn off, and there is the carrot attached to the granny square. So similarly we're going to attach the carrots onto other granny squares. Now let's see how to make the square with the rabbit. Now for the square with the rabbit, we are first going to make this circle and then build the square on top of this circle and then make the ears, eyes and nose. So again, we are going to start with the white color, and this can be again made with a magic circle or without a magic circle. You can do in any way you like. So I'm going to use the magic circle. So if you don't like magic circle, just use the method that I showed earlier. Okay, now we have the magic circle here. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. So this is our first double crochet. Now we're going to place 11 more double crochets all into this magic ring. So this is our first, this is considered as the first double crochet, and we're going to place 11 more into this, a total of 12. So that's 3, 4. So I've placed 11 double crochets, and initially we made chain 3. So altogether it will be 12 double crochets. Now I'm going to hold this tail and pull this up a bit tighter so that the magic ring closes like so. Next I'm going to insert the hook onto this third chain of 3 chains here that we made in the beginning. This is 1, 2, 3, and make a slip stitch. Now while making the slip stitch, I'm just going to grab this tail and bring it over so that I don't have to weave in at the end. I hate weaving in ends. So yes, so I'm going to insert the hook in here and just place the tail on top of this. If you're not comfortable doing this, that's fine. You can weave in the ends later. Grab the yarn and slip stitch, and I'm going to work over this tail in the next round. So this is our round 1 complete. Now we should have a total of 12 double crochets. Now for the round 2, we are again making double crochets, but this time we're making an increase. So what I mean by increase is we're going to make 2 double crochets into every single stitch all the way across. So we're going to first make 3 chains, which is considered as our double crochet, the first double crochet, and we're going to make an increase. So that means we need to place 1 more double crochet in here. So we're going to yarn over and insert the hook exactly at the base of these 3 chains here. Grab the yarn and make double crochet. Now again into the next stitch, yarn over, insert the hook into this next stitch and make double crochet. Make 1 more double crochet back again into the same spot, into that same stitch. So that's 2 double crochets. Again yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch. I'm bringing along the tail while working the stitches. Like I said, if you're not comfortable doing this, just leave it alone and you can weave that in later. Okay, so I've made 1 double crochet, so I'm going to place 1 more double crochet in the same stitch and work 2 double crochets into every single stitch all the way across. Okay, I have now placed 2 double crochets into each one of the stitches all the way across. Now this one here, it looks like a stitch, but it's not, because this is where we did our 3 chains. So ignore this, and we're going to again make a slip stitch now. So insert the hook in here. So this is the 3rd chain, 1 2 3 out of these 3 chains that we made in the beginning. So insert the hook into this 3rd chain and grab the yarn and slip stitch. So that is our round 2 complete. Now if you count your stitches, you should have 24 stitches in total. For the round 3, we're going to again chain 3, and we're going to make 1 double crochet back again into the same space, that is at the base of this chain 3. So yarn over, insert the hook at the base of the chain 3 and make 1 double crochet. So that's 2 double crochets in this stitch. Into the next stitch, make 1 double crochet. Into the next stitch, make 2 double crochets, all into the same stitch. Into the next goes 1 double crochet, and into the next goes 2 double crochets. And we're going to repeat this sequence of 2 double crochet and 1 double crochet all the way across until the end. So we have made 2 double crochets. Into the next, I'm going to place 1. Into the next, it's going to be 2 double crochets. And repeat the sequence. Okay, I have now finished repeating the sequence of 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet. Now again, this looks like a stitch, but it is not a stitch, because we have made the 3 chains from this stitch here. So ignore that. Now this is the end of the circle, so we're going to snip the yarn off here and start making the square. To make the circle look nice and neat at the edges here, so instead of making a slip stitch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hook off and insert the hook from behind onto this double crochet just beside the 3 chains. So this is the 3 chains that we made in the beginning, and this is our double crochet. So I'm just going to insert the hook on top of this double crochet like so, and take this loop and place it on here and pull this through like this, and place it here and snip off the yarn. And pull this through. So this is how it looks. Now I'm going to turn this around, and into this last stitch here, you see there's a bar here. So I'm going to insert the hook into this bar and into the back loop of this last stitch, and place this tail on top of this and pull this through. So that is the invisible join. It looks very neat and nice, the circle. If you're not comfortable doing this, you can just make a normal slip stitch like we did in the second round and make a knot and weave in the ends. That's not a problem as well. So I'm going to leave this yarn as it is, and now when I'm going to work the squares, I'm just going to bring this along with the stitches. Let me just make 1 knot in here so that it doesn't come off. Like so. I quite like this invisible join. it just makes it so neater. Okay, now we need to make the square on top of this. So let's grab the blue color yarn. So make a slip knot with the blue color yarn and place it on the hook. Now I'm going to take the circle and just going to see where I have one double crochet. You remember we made a sequence of 2 double crochets and 1 double crochet. I'm just going to look for 1 double crochet. Okay, this is just the single double crochet here, so I'm going to insert the hook on top of that like so, and now let's attach the yarn. So grab the yarn and slip stitch and pull the yarn a bit tighter here at the back. Now I'm going to make 3 chains. So again, that is considered as our first double crochet. Now we're going to place 1 more double crochet back again into the same place where we have attached the yarn. So yarn over, insert the hook into the place where we have attached the yarn. I'm going to bring along the tails as I go. Again, if you're not comfortable doing that, just leave them alone and you can weave them at the end. So make a double crochet. Now make 2 chains, which makes the corner. So this is the corner that we're trying to create, this one. Into the next stitch, we're going to place 2 double crochets. So yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch and make double crochet. Again yarn over and insert the hook again back into the same stitch to make another double crochet. Now into the next 2 stitches we're going to place 1 half double crochet each. So yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch and make a half double crochet. Into the next stitch, make a half double crochet. And into the next 3 stitches, we're going to place 1 single crochet each. So insert the hook into this next stitch, make 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, and into the next 1 single crochet. Into the next 2 stitches, we're going to place 1 half double crochet, into the next stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets. So into the next stitch to make double crochet, that's 1. Going to make 1 more double crochet back again into the same stitch. Now chain 2 to create a corner. So this corner this time. So we have created this corner. Now I'm going to create this one. Now into the next stitch make 2 double crochets, so we're going to repeat the sequence now 3 times. So we've made 2 double crochets and 2 chains and 2 double crochets. Next we should be making half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch and make a half double crochet. Into the next stitch goes a half double crochet. Into the next 3 stitches 1 single crochet each. into the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet each, and again we're going to make a corner now, and for that we're going to make 2 double crochets into this next stitch. So that's 1, make 1 more into the same stitch, and 2 chains. Now into the next stitch we're going to place 2 double crochets. Now into the next 2 stitches we're going to place 1 half double crochet each, so we made half double crochet in these 2 stitches. Now into the next stitch 1 single crochet, into the next 1 single crochet, and into the next 1 single crochet. So that's 3 single crochets. Into the next goes half double crochet, into the next 1 half double crochet. Now again here we're going to make the corner, and for that we're going to place 2 double crochets into this next stitch. Two double crochet all into the same stitch, and 2 chains, and into the next stitch we're going to place 2 double crochets. So that's a corner. Now again we're going to repeat the sequence. So we're going to make half double crochet into the next stitch, into the next 1 half double crochet, and in the next 3 stitches place 1 single crochet each, and we're left with 2 stitches, and we're going to place 1 half double crochet into the last 2 stitches. So now we have built a square on top of the circle. So we're going to insert again the hook into this 3rd chain of these 3 chains that we made initially. 1, 2, 3. Into this 3rd chain I'm going to insert the hook and make a slip stitch. So that is our round 4 complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's the 4th round. So let's count how many stitches we have on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So from this corner to this corner I have 11 stitches. So I should have 11 stitches on each side, and there are 2 chains at every corner. Now for the round 2 we're going to chain 3. So this is considered as our first double crochet. Now we're going to yarn over and insert the hook into this next stitch and make 1 double crochet, and into this corner we're going to place 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. So yarn over, insert the hook, make 2 double crochets, and now 2 chains. So this is going to create this corner, So again we've made 2 double crochets, 2 chains. Now I'm going to place 2 more double crochets back again into the same corner. Now there's a stitch that is hiding behind these 2 double crochets. Let's just push these double crochets aside and see the stitch here. We're going to place 1 double crochet. Now place 1 double crochet on top of each of the stitches. Okay, I've placed 1 double crochet on top of each of the stitches from the previous row. Now into this corner, I'm going to place 2 double crochets. So that's 1 and 2 double crochets. Make 2 chains to create a corner and place 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. And push these double crochets aside so that you can see this stitch and not miss it. Now make 1 double crochet into that stitch, and into every single stitch make a double crochet. Okay, I've made 1 double crochet into each one of the stitches. Now into the corner we're going to make 2 double crochets, and 2 chains to create the corner, and make 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. So we should have 15 double crochets in between the corners. So from this corner to this corner we should have 15 double crochets, and from this to this corner 15 double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 double crochets. So every side should have 15 double crochets. So again onto this side now. So we've made the corner. Don't forget this stitch here. Make double crochet on top of that stitch, and on top of every stitch make 1 double crochet. Again at this corner here make 2 double crochets, two chains to make a corner, and make 2 double crochets back again into this corner. So that's 1 and 2. Now again we're going to place 1 double crochet on top of each of these stitches. on to this last stitch. I'm going to make 1 double crochet in here. Do not mistake this one for the stitch. This is where we made our 3 chains at the beginning. So now if you count these stitches, we should have 15 here as well. So let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. From this corner to this corner, 15 stitches. Again, insert the hook into this third chain of these 3 chains here, 1 2 3, and make a slip stitch. So that is our 5th round complete. Now again for the 6th round, we're going to chain 3 into the next stitch. We're going to place 1 double crochet, like so, and into the next stitch 1 double crochet, into the next 1 double crochet, and into this corner goes 2 double crochets, two chains, and 2 double crochets back again in the same place. Again, we're going to carry on making double crochets on top of each of these stitches, and in the corner we're going to place 2 double crochet, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. So let's go ahead and complete this all the way across, and let's meet back here at the end. Okay, I'm almost finishing this, and into this last stitch 1 double crochet, and again, do not mistake this for a stitch. This is where we made our 3 chains. This is a base of 3 chains. All right, so now we're going to insert the hook into this third chain of these 3 chains and make a slip stitch. So that is our 6th round complete. So we should have 19 stitches in between the corners on every side. So 19 stitches here, 19 stitches here, here, and here as well. So we're going to make one more last round, 7th round, to make it the same size as the plain ones. So again, for the 7th round, we're going to chain 3, and into the next stitch, going to make, again, this is considered as a double crochet. So yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch and make a double crochet, and carry on making double crochet into each one of these stitches. Now into this corner, we're going to place 2 double crochets, two chains to make the corner again, and 2 double crochets back again into the same space. Again, we're going to push this aside, these double crochets, to see the stitch clearly. Make 1 double crochet in that stitch as well, and make double crochets into each one of the stitches all the way until the corner. 1 double crochet on top of each of the stitches from the previous row. Into this corner, we're going to place 2 double crochets, two chains, and 2 double crochets back into the same place. So now we should have 23 double crochets from this corner to this corner, and we should have 23 double crochets on each side. So let's go ahead and complete all the sides, and let's meet back again here. Okay, I'm almost at the end, making one double crochet into this last stitch as well. Again, like I said previously, do not mistake this for the stitch. This is the base of this chain 3. So now this is our round 7 complete. So we are going to snip off the yarn here. And now again I'm going to make the invisible join so that it's nice and neat. We didn't need to do this invisible join for this plain ones because we were at the corner, so it was fine. So, but here we are in the middle of this row here, so it's better to make an invisible join. But if you're not comfortable doing that, you just have to make a slip stitch and weave in the ends. So for this one now, we're going to just pull this through and take a darning needle and thread this in. And now we're going to insert the needle on top of the second double crochet. You see this chain 3 that we made, which is considered as a double crochet, we are not going to insert on top of that, but instead we're going to the next double crochet. This is the second one, and we're going to insert the needle on top of this in such a way that both the loops of that stitch should be on the hook, on the needle, and pull this through. Now we're going to insert the needle into this last stitch here, but only in the back loop. Insert the needle into the back loop and also into this bar here just below that back loop, and pull it through like so. That creates a neat edge. Now turn this around and make a little knot in there. So I'm just going to hold it this way so that it creates a loop, and I'm going to insert the needle into this loop to make a nice little knot. So there's the knot, and I'm going to weave this in here. And I'm going to snip this extra bit, and there is our square ready. Let's measure this. Let me grab the measuring tape. So this is 18 centimeter, or it's 7 inches wide, and it's 18 centimeter or 7 inches wide, and it's the same as this one as well. So this was 7 inches as well. So we've made both of them the same size. Okay, now that we have made the square, let's see how to make the bunny ears or the rabbit ears. And for that, let me grab the blue color yarn. Make a slip knot, and I've taken a hook size of 4.5 mm for the ears. Now let's make a chain of 7. Six and 7. Now starting from the second chain, the chain on the hook counts as nothing, so this is 1 and this is 2. Now into this second chain we're going to make 1 single crochet and single crochet into each one of these chains all the way until the end. Now at the end of this we should have 6 single crochets. Now we're going to work on the other side, this side here now. So we're going to turn this around, and now into this first stitch make 1 single crochet, and again make 1 single crochet into each one of the stitches all the way until the end. Now we're going to bring in the white color in. So let's place it here and take the white color yarn. Again make a slip knot. Now I'm going to place the slip knot into this hook like this and bring it through this stitch, the blue one, and let's snip off this blue color yarn. We don't need it anymore. Now we're going to work with the white color yarn. So make 1 chain, and we're going to start working from this side. Again I'm going to bring in the tail along. So into this first stitch we are going to make 1 single crochet, and into the next 4 stitches we're going to make 1 single crochet, and this is the 4th one. So we had first made 1 single crochet, and then we made 4 single crochets in the next 4 stitches. So we have made single crochets into all the 5 stitches here. Now into the next 2 stitches we are going to place 2 single crochet each. So insert the hook into this next stitch and make 2 single crochet into that same stitch. Into the next stitch we're going to place 2 single crochets, and into the next 5 stitches 1 single crochet each. That's 1 single crochet. Insert the hook into the next stitch, make 1 single crochet, and keep making single crochets until you reach the 5th stitch. So I've made 5 single crochets in the 5 stitches. Now this is our joining stitch, so we're not going to do anything here. We're just going to ignore this stitch here, this one, and we're going to insert the hook into this very first single crochet that we made, like so, and grab the yarn and slip stitch. Now in the next 6 stitches we will be making 1 single crochet each. So this is our slip stitch, and we're going to insert the hook into the next stitch and make 1 single crochet into the next 1 single crochet, and make single crochets until the 6th stitch. Four, this is 5, and this is 6. In the next stitch we're going to place 2 single crochets. In the next stitch, place 2 single crochets, and in the next 6 stitches place 1 single crochet each. So insert the hook into this next stitch, make 1 single crochet and keep making single crochets until you reach the 6th stitch. This is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. So it starts curling up like this. So it gives a kind of a 3D effect. Now again, I'm going to insert the hook into this first single crochet that we made. So this is our slip stitch. So we're going to ignore this slip stitch and insert the hook back into this first single crochet that we made. If you like, you can place the marker here so that you know which one is the first stitch. So grab the yarn and slip stitch. Now we're going to snip the yarn off, leave a nice long tail because we need this for sewing in these ears onto the granny square. And I'm just going to chain 1 and pull this through, and there we have a 3D bunny ear. So we're going to make one more of this to place it on top of this granny square. So 2 of them like so. So make one more of this following exactly the same instructions. And now let's see how to attach these ears onto the granny square. Okay, now to sew the ears onto the granny square, we're just going to place them here and just have a look. So what I'm going to do is, you see this transition here of the square, of the rounds of the square, this one here, it's not visible, but I still want to just cover that up. So I'm just going to place this ear in here so that it doesn't show up. Yes, so this is going to be on round 2 of the circle here. So this is 1, this is 2. So on the round 2 we're going to place this ear here and start sewing from here. So let's take a darning needle and thread this in. So it's just beside this corner. So these ears are 3D ears, so I don't want to ruin the effect. So I'm not going to make it flat like this. So instead I'm going to keep it like 3D and sew it underneath here so that the stitches are not visible and also it retains the shape. Okay, so now I'm going to insert the needle onto this space here. So this is the round 2 of the circle. So I'm going to place the needle in here and pull this through. So now the ear is attached to the circle, and I'm going to bring the needle onto this side and push it towards the inside of the ear like this, and I'm going to pull this through as well. And now I'm going to insert the needle in here into the ear and just grab one strand of yarn from the granny square as well and pull this through. So I'm going to go in round from here until here. So let's do that. just go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, I've gone all the way from here round this rabbit ear, and then I've come back here now. So I'm just going to bring this needle down, and so I'm going to bring this through inside like this, and just going to poke this in here so that it comes out from the back like so. Now I'm just going to make a little knot in here, so I'm going to hold this yarn and make a loop like this, and I'm going to pass this needle through the loop so that I can make a knot and pull this through, holding it very close to the granny square so that the knot is exactly down here. I'm going to make one more knot, and now I'm going to weave this in here. And just going to cut this extra bit. Now I'm going to take the next one and place it here exactly just beside this, and this should be again on the second round of this circle, and so exactly in the same way as I did this one. So there's the ears. Now we need to make two eyes and a little mouth in here, so and for that we need black color yarn. So let's thread this in as well. Take a nice long piece of yarn. I like to make a little knot here at the end. Now I'm going to make eyes again on the second round of this circles. This is one and this is two. I'm just going to come below this ears and make eyes about here. So if you take this center of the circle as a reference point, I'm just going to make exactly at the level of the center of the circle, just in here, and the other eye goes here, but on the second round of the circle, so just here. So I'm going to come from the below and I'm just going to leave this a bit longer in here so that I can, at the end, I can just make a little knot, and I'm going to go here. Again, I'm going to come back here now at the top. So I've done this 3 times. It's up to you as to how big you want the eyes to be. So I've done this 3 times. So now I'm just going to turn this around and I'm going to make a little knot in here. So when making a knot, I'm just going to bring this little tail that I left in the beginning so that it is trapped into the tail, into the knot as well, like so. So I'm not going to cut the yarn, I'm directly making the another eye now. So again, that should be at the level of this center point, so it's here, this one. So I'm going to insert the needle in here and make another eye. So I'm going to do this 3 times. Okay, so that's another eye done. So I'm going to again make a knot now in here. Like so. Now I've still not snipped off the yarn here, so I'm just going to keep it as it is. Now we need to make the mouth in here, so I'm just going to make an X mark. So I'm going to again on this round 2 of the circle, I'm just going to place an X mark here. So that's going to be a little mouth of the rabbit. So again it should be in the center here. So if you take this center point as a reference, it's just going to be below this center point, so here, just here. So I'm going to take the needle from the behind and now I'm just going to make, so I'm going to come exactly opposite to this point here, this one. So that's one part of the X. Now I'm going to bring the needle in here and bring the needle exactly opposite to this point here so that it creates an X shape. So I think that's fine. So I'm going to turn this back and make a little knot in here now. So I find it easier to make everything at once rather than cutting the yarn again and again for the ears and for the eyes and mouth. Okay, so we can snip this yarn off. So yes, so there is the bunny ready. So similarly we're going to do this on other squares as well. And now let's see how to join the squares. I've made 8 of these with the carrots and 8 of these with the rabbits. So now let's arrange these squares to form the blanket. This is how I have laid out the squares. Okay, now let's see how to join the squares. So I'm going to join 2 squares at a time, and I've started from the bottom left of the placement. We're going to use the invisible join method, and that is worked only in the back loops of the squares. Now we're going to take a darning needle with a yarn threaded in. So take a nice long yarn with how much ever yarn you are comfortable to work with, and we're going to line this up so that each of the stitches are just matching here all the way until the top. And I'm going to start working into this first chains out of 2 chains. This is a chain 2 that we made in this corner here. So I'm going to work into this first chain and similarly into this first chain of this square as well. So let me zoom in the camera. So I'm going to insert the needle into this first chain, but only in the back loop. This is a back loop and this is a front loop. So I'm going to insert the needle into the back loop of this rabbit square and into the back loop of this carrot square. So if you get confused as to which one is a back loop, you can use markers to just mark the back loops. So okay, I'm just going to pull this through now, and I'm going to leave a nice long tail here so that once I finish sewing I can just pull this through and weave in these ends. Again, now I'm going to insert my needle into the next stitch, but again only in the back loop, and into the back loop of the carrot square as well, and pull this through. Okay, so I've passed the needle from the carrot square now, so I'm going to pass the needle to the next stitch of the rabbit square and into the back loop of this stitch in the carrot square and pull this through. And we're going to continue this all the way until the top here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, almost at the end. Now this is the first chain of the corner here of the chain 2, and this is also the first one. So I'm just going to pass the needle through both these chains, but only in the back loop. So that's all done. So the first 2 squares are now joined on one side, and now I'm just going to pull this a bit tighter, so holding both the ends and just pulling this bit tighter. Okay, so now it doesn't look like it's been stitched across. Now I'm going to place 2 more squares on the top here. So when I do the placement, I just use the markers to join all the squares, so that way the placement is not changed. Now I can either continue stitching all the way until here, or I can go this side or this side. So I'm going to go straight so that I can keep on sewing the next squares as well, for as long as I have this yarn threaded in the needle, and then I can go across horizontally. So let's do that. This is the end of the square here. Now I'm going to take again the first chain of this 2 chains, this one again back loop, and into the corresponding stitch of the rabbit square as well, and pull this through. Again into the next stitch, working only in the back loops. So let's carry on working only in the back loops, and let's go ahead and complete this, and let's meet back here at the top again. Okay, I'm almost at the end here now, so just I'm into this chain 2 spaces now. It's just going to stitch this as well. Right, so I've done, I think. Yes, I've stitched into the last one. Now again I'm going to attach 2 more at the top because I still have the yarn left on my needle. I'm going to bring in 2 more squares and join them here, just vertically like this. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I have now sewn 4 pair of squares vertically like so. So that's 4 pair, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm still left with a little bit of yarn, so I'm just going to bring this yarn towards this side so that I can sew the next square here. If you don't like doing that, you can again snip off the yarn here and weave in this end, but I would like to bring this yarn on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this a bit tighter, and let me zoom in the camera, and I'm going to bring this yarn, so just going to insert the needle at the back here, like we weave in the ends, just like that. And keep bringing in towards this side. So that way we don't have too many ends to weave in, and no too many knots as well. And now I'm going to bring this a bit up here so that it's up to the stitch level, like so. Now again it's exactly the stitch level here, so I'm going to bring in the new square and again start sewing this. Now I'm going to start with the first chain of this corner here. So this is chain 2, so I'm going to start with this first chain but only in the back loop. And similarly I'm going to check the first chain of these 2 chains, this one. So this is a corresponding stitch here, so I'm going to insert this into the back loop only and pull the yarn. So just line this up and check if you've done correctly. Yes, so keep going in back loops. So go into this back loop of this rabbit square and into the back loop of this carrot square. So let me zoom this in a bit and keep going and pull this through. Again, let's go into the back loop of this next stitch and into the back loop of the stitch on the carrot square as well, and pull this through and keep coming down all the way. So similarly I'm going to sew this in vertically, adding more squares in. So let me go ahead and do that off the camera, and I shall show you how to sew this horizontally as well. Alright, now I have finished sewing all the vertical sections. Now let's go on to the horizontal ones. So this is my last vertical section here. So I'm going to bring this yarn through these stitches all the way until here, and then let's go and sew the horizontal ones. So I'm going to pull this a bit tighter. And I'm going to bring this through the stitches now. Okay, so I've brought the yarn all the way from here and came down here now. So now let's join these squares horizontally. So I have very less yarn left here, so I can either, there are 2 options, I can either cut down this one and weave in the ends and start with a new yarn, or I can join the new piece of yarn to this one and continue working through that. So I'm going to join a new piece of yarn to this one. Let me show you how to do that as well. So let's move this, and I'm going to keep this here and bring in the new piece of yarn. So let me take this needle off and take the new piece of yarn and place it like this. And now we are going to make knots on both the sides. Let me zoom in the camera a bit. Hope you guys can see this now. So I'm going to bring this yarn here like so and make a little knot, and similarly going to make a knot on the other side as well. And pull this gently. the yarn is now attached, and I'm going to snip off this extra bits. And I'm going to take a nice long piece of yarn so that it's enough for sewing in all the horizontal sections. If you don't like working with a very long piece of yarn, you can just take a smaller piece of yarn and keep joining like I showed just now. But yeah, I'm just going to take one long piece, about 100 centimeter, bit more than 100 centimeter, and I'm going to thread this in. And now let's see how to join the squares horizontally this way. So I started joining the squares from the bottom left, and we went on joining the squares vertically. Now we are joining the squares horizontally from the top right. So I have my yarn running through here now. So I'm going to start working from the second chain. You know, this chain 2 space here we have. This is 1 and this is 2. So I'm going to work into the second chain because the first chain is not reachable. So I'm going to insert my needle into the second chain of this caret square and into the second chain of this rabbit square as well, and pull this needle through. And we're working only in the back loops like we did before. Now again we're going to insert the needle into the next stitch, but only in the back loop. Similarly, we are inserting the needle into the next stitch of the caret square, but only in the back loop, and pull this through. Now into the next stitch of the caret square and into the rabbit square, but only in the back loops again. Now first into the rabbit square and into the caret square, working in the back loops. So we're going to carry on sewing in the back loops of both the squares. So let's go ahead and carry on sewing, and let's meet back here at the junction. Okay, I am almost at the end here now. Okay, there's a knot that is stuck here. Let me pull this through. The only thing about joining this yarn with the knot is that, you know, the knot keeps getting stuck, and that's the only thing that I don't like about, but it's okay. Right, so I'm just going to finish off these 2 stitches as well. I hope you guys can see this. Let me zoom in. Okay, so this is the stitch that I'm working on now. And yeah, I have one more stitch left here, so I'm going to do this as well. Okay, now in the junction here in the middle bit, what I'm going to do is, once you finish sewing in all the stitches of these 2 squares here, I'm just going to insert the needle into this join here. So that's the join between these 2 squares, and there is this join here in between these 2 squares. So I'm going to insert the needle in here. This is a join in between these 2 squares. I'm going to insert the needle in here, but only in the back loop, like so. And I'm going to come to this join here between these 2 squares, like so, and pull it through. So that is the junction bit done now. Now we're going to carry on sewing on these stitches. So again, inserting the needle into the back loop of this square here, the rabbit square, and into the back loop of the carrot square as well, and pull this through. And similarly carry on sewing into the back loops of each and every stitch, and that's it really. So we're going to carry on sewing in the squares horizontally. I shall go off the camera and sew in all the squares horizontally, and let's see how to fasten off at the end and make the border. Okay, I have now finished sewing in horizontally as well. So all the squares are now joined up, and I had started joining the squares from the bottom left, and I have ended up coming back to bottom left square here. Now we're just going to fasten this off. So I'm just going to insert the needle into one of these stitches, and just going to pull this through like so, just so that it's nice and tight. And we can also make a little knot in here. So I'm just going to make a loop like this and bring the needle through this loop to create a knot. And I'm going to snip the yarn off here, leaving a nice long tail to weave that in. Now let's see how to make the border. Now to make the border, I'm going to take the yarn and make a slip knot, and I'm going to attach this at the top right corner. So this one here, this corner. So I'm going to insert the hook into this corner and place the slip knot on the hook and pull this through, and now just make a slip stitch. So we have attached the yarn now. Now we are going to make 3 chains, which is considered as 1 double crochet. So we're going to follow the same method of making the corner here like we did in the previous rounds of the square. So this is our first double crochet. So we're going to make 1 more double crochet back again into the same corner, chain 2, and 2 double crochets back again into this corner. Now again we're going to place 1 double crochet into each one of these stitches, just until this joining here. So we're going to do a bit differently in here, this where the 2 squares meet. So let's go ahead and place 1 double crochets, and let's meet back at the join here. Okay, I have worked out double crochets into each one of these stitches. Now this is my last stitch here. I'm going to place 1 double crochet in there. Now as you can see, we have this corner from this square and this square here, from both the squares. So we're going to work double crochet together in these corners so that the blanket lays flat. And to work a double crochet together, we're going to yarn over, insert the hook into this first square and grab the yarn. Now there are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2. Now yarn over again and insert the hook into the corner of the next square, and yarn over again. There are 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2. Now there are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So that will join the square properly and lays the blanket flat as well. Now again we're going to carry on making double crochets into each one of the stitches until we reach the next seam. So I will go ahead and complete making double crochets into each one of these stitches. Let's meet back again at this seam here. I have reached the next seam now, so there's one more stitch here left to make one double crochet, and now we're going to make double crochet together in these two corners. So I'm going to yarn over, insert the hook into this corner, this is the first corner, and grab the yarn. There are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Now yarn over again and insert the hook into the corner of the next square and grab the yarn, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through the first 2. Now there are 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So again, so that is joined nicely. Now we're going to make one double crochet into each one of these stitches all the way, and similarly we're going to again join this next seam here with the double crochet together. So let's go ahead and complete this, and I shall meet you back again at this corner of the first side of the blanket. Okay, I have now completed making double crochets and I have reached the corner of the first side of the blanket. I've just got one more stitch here to do, so just making one double crochet in there. Now into this corner we are again making 2 double crochets, and 2 chains and 2 double crochets back again into the same corner. So that makes a corner here, and again we're going to carry on making double crochets into each one of these stitches all the way across the blanket. So let's go ahead and complete the other sides of the blanket as well, remembering that we're making double crochet together in this at the seams, and at the corner we are going to make 2 double crochet, 2 chain and 2 double crochet. And let's see how to begin the round 2 of the border. Okay, I have completed making double crochets throughout the blanket. So these are my last 2 stitches, making double crochets. Now we have finished making double crochets throughout. So to end the round 1 of the border, we're going to insert the hook into this third chain that we made. So this is our chain 3 that we made initially. So this is 1, 2 and 3. Into this third chain we're going to insert the hook and make a slip stitch. Now in order to work the round 2, we need to bring our hook to this corner, and for that we're going to insert the hook into this next stitch and make a slip stitch, and insert the hook into this corner here and make a slip stitch. Now our hook and the working chain is at the corner here. So now we are ready to begin the round 2 of the border. Now for the round 2 of the border, we're going to chain 3. This is considered as our first double crochet, and we're going to make one more double crochet into the same corner and chain 2 and make 2 more double crochets into the same corner like we did in the previous round. So that is the corner. Now we're going to make 1 double crochet into each one of these stitches all the way across until the end here, end of this side. So here, so let's do that. Now we don't have the seams here now, so we're going to work normal double crochets into the seams where the 2 squares are joined. So let me go ahead and make one double crochet into each one of these, and let's meet back here where the two squares meet. Okay, I have made double crochets all the way starting from here to this point here. Now in the place where we had this double crochet together, we're just going to place normal double crochets. So into this stitch here, we're going to make one double crochet, and into the next stitch we're going to make double crochet. So it's just a row of normal double crochets really. So we're going to carry on making double crochets all the way, but just remember that in the corners here, in the corner goes 2 double crochet, 2 chain and 2 double crochet, but at the seams here we don't have to make double crochet together, it's just normal double crochets. So I'm going to go ahead and complete making this round 2 of the border, and I'm going to make 2 more rounds following exactly the same instructions. So that will be total of 4 rounds of double crochets, and I will go off the camera and finish this off, and let's see how to make the round 5 of the border. Okay, I've now completed the border rounds until round 4. Now this is the last stitch that's remaining. I'm just going to place 1 double crochet into this one, now I'm going to insert the hook into this 3rd chain and just slip stitch, and we're going to snip off this yarn here because for the round 5 I'm going to use white color yarn. So I'm going to snip this yarn off here and weave in the ends. So I'm just going to make a chain 1 and pull this through, and I'm going to weave this in. Now for the round 5 of the border, we're going to make the crab stitch or the reverse single crochet. That's one of my favorite borders. It will look very nice on this blanket. It's simple and gorgeous. So for that we're going to insert the hook into one of the corners, any corner really. I'm going to insert into this corner here where the tail is, and we're going to take the white color yarn and make a slip knot, and we're going to place this slip knot on the hook and pull this through and make 1 slip stitch. Now we have attached our yarn to the blanket. Now to work out the crab stitch, we're going to twist our hook and insert it into the next stitch and grab the yarn. Now there are 2 loops on the hook, so yarn over and pull through both the loops. Again twist and insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops, twist, insert into the next stitch, grab the yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops, twist, insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this gives this twisted effect. So let's go ahead and carry on making this crab stitch, and I shall see you at the corner of this side here. Okay, I'm at the corner here now, just left with the 2 stitches. So just going to make reverse single crochet into these ones, twist, insert the hook, grab the yarn and pull it through, again twist, insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn. Now into the corner here There's nothing special, we do it as we did on the other stitches. Just insert the hook and grab the yarn and 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both of these and keep making reverse single crochet. So again inserting into this next stitch here, this one. So basically we're going to go into every single stitch and do this reverse single crochet. Like so, and we're going to carry on making this throughout the blanket. So let's go ahead and complete making this throughout the blanket, and I shall show you how to fasten this off at the end. Okay, I have made the crab stitch across the blanket and I'm at the end here, just 2 stitches left. So just going to twist this and insert the hook into the next stitch, grab the yarn, and there are 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops. And again I'm going to insert the hook into this corner, make 1 more crab stitch in there, like so. Now I'm going to insert the hook into this first stitch here, the crab stitch, and grab the yarn and slip stitch like so, and I'm going to chain 1 and snip off the yarn here and weave in the ends, pull this through tight and weave in the ends. So that's it, the blanket is now ready. So that is the blanket. This border looks really beautiful. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comment section box below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.